Boobs and I are always looking for interesting indie games to play on our consoles, and we found one that looked very interesting. We'll find out if it's actually any good. This is a game called Nero, $20, downloaded onto your Xbox One. And Jose, it's got an Avatar vibe to it. Is the game any cool?
This is a very, at first you're like, what exactly is happening? You show up as this character, you look like you're from Journey, and you're traveling through this very dark world, brightened up by this crazy, like, iridescent, illuminated plants and animals.
Yeah,
and
it looks like something out of Avatar.
very Avatar-esque, right? And you're walking around, you're like, hey, there's a piece of a photo. Let me take that. Add this to the thing. This will be important eventually later. Maybe. And then you just end up walking around, searching things. There's stuff written on the wall, so I'm like, it's very Splinter Cell-like. Okay, this is gonna get interesting.
You are naming so many awesome games right now, and you're about to pull the rug out.
Yeah,
just keep going.
I have to mention all these awesome games because this game was just, it's so dull to me.
Her love didn't rest on any foundation. It became an endless ocean with no beginning or end.
Yeah.
After like 2 hours of roaming around, you come across a companion, you're like, all right, now things are gonna get interesting. No, you can just do the same things you were already doing, but have your companion stand on a rock while you're doing it. To be like, all right, you stand on that, I'm gonna throw my beam into that ball. Oh, nailed it! Oh, and then you get a little bit of story, and then it's just the same kind of puzzles over and over again until you're just bored out of your mind and bleeding out of your eyes.
You know, you actually make it sound better than it is.
I know.
I gotta say, you've really upsold this game. You said Fireballs, you said Journey, you said Splinter Cell.
Yeah.
Okay, I want everybody to forget about all those things. Because this is the deal. This game is pretty much a Rickroll, man. That's how I felt when I turned it on. Because first, it loads up with the longest loading screen I have endured in a downloadable game ever on my Xbox One. And I'm thinking,
It feels pretty good.
this is gonna load one hell of a game because it's just chugging. It's a 2 gig download. It's just going like there. I'm at a minute. It's still loading the beginning of the game. Like, what's gonna happen?
Yeah, we're gonna get some epic intro.
And then right when it starts to crank up, it's never gonna give you up, never gonna. And I'm like, no, I got Rickrolled. Because it's so janky. Like you take 2 steps, the first steps you take, it's like the frame rate just drops to 10 or something.
Yeah, right?
It is the worst moving looking game I have played on my Xbox One. I was stunned by how terribly this game functions, just in its basic functionality. Not only does it stutter when you try to move anywhere, but the movement speed of this character
so slow.
So slow.
And then you find out you can run later, you're like, yes, this is gonna be good. And his running goes from,
You're so slow still. You're like on the moon underwater wearing cement
it's
boots
because
or
you're wearing a
something.
giant
I don't know.
cloak. You can't be hard, or it can't be easy to
You're
run.
moving so slow, and there's nothing to do.
No.
So you're like slowly moving through a empty world, staring at writing. Trying to even look around at things like, I wonder what's up there. And you're like, oh, look, it's a plant. Oh, that was worth it. Like, why am I doing this?
This game is just absolutely not fun, and it's unfortunate because it's $20, which is a hefty price tag for a downloadable game. First off, no control,
broken frame rate, lame story. $20. $20. You win the Price of the Year award.
Well, I for one am completely done talking about Nero. I'm gonna give it up. So what are you gonna give the game?
Well, Nero rhymes with 0, but I'm gonna go ahead and give it a 1.
I'll give it a 1.5. Just because
Someone's got to be nice here.
I like Avatar, and I mentioned all those other fun games.